Hello, everybody. Kelly Wagner, Being Curious Show, here with Cheryl Kerrigan. I am so excited about this show with Annette Rugolo. She is just so quiet, so lovely, so just amazing and calm energy. But then when you dial in with her, you're just like, whoa, here we go.
The DNA.
Yes.
You could feel it at the DNA level.
And the diamond light.
Yes, the diamond light. Wow.
I never thought about how colors could be so powerful.
No.
And the activation of the 24 DNA and the masculine and the feminine.
And letting go of the baggage and the stuff that's holding us back in this lifetime. I mean, this is an amazing interview. This is going to be so much fun for people to listen to, tap into. She's got some free things. She's got some classes coming up. Awesome stuff. Awesome.
Be curious.
Be curious.
Enjoy the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Rugolo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRugolo.com to schedule your free dowsing consultation. When you transform the energy of your environment, you transform your life. Remember, that's AnnetteRugolo.com. AnnetteRugolo.com.
Welcome to the Being Curious Show. I'm Brian Mariani, founder of No Shift Own.
And I'm Kelly Wagner, publisher of Edge Magazine. Our show is about curiously connecting teachers and seekers on a wide range of topics in a safe space. Few topics will be off limits, and we have some amazing guests to share with you.
Our intention is that our conversations will spark your own curiosity to create a life that lights you up and inspires you to be kind, thoughtful, open-minded to yourself and others.
So, Brian, what are you curious about today?
Hey guys, it's Kelly. I'm sure Brian's curious about a lot of things. He's still in Canada, so we have Cheryl back in studio with us today. Hey, I don't know how many of you have decided to go from paper to technology in your note-taking, but I'm on day 2 of it, and I'm struggling. I miss my markers. I miss my Sharpies. I miss my paper. I'm struggling here. I just thought I would openly tell everybody, welcome to 2024. We're blowing things up.
You've had that opened and closed at least 4 times already.
I know, because I've been I want my smelly markers.
I know.
I'm
you know what
just
I think we're
letting
going to do? We're going to put your smelly markers on the desk for you so you're not that far away.
Okay.
That'll encourage you. Okay, it'll just be an encouragement.
Okay.
And if you have to.
And if I just have to, in the middle of, just wherever, okay, now I feel a little safe. I found my Sharpie.
Amen.
And I can still do that when I send magazines out. I can still write my little notes to everybody. Okay, yes. I'm finding some, okay.
Yes.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, this is the Being Curious Show. Anything's possible. Cheryl, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great. I cannot wait to talk to our next guest. Okay. I think we've got something beautiful.
I feel like we're off the foundation today.
I know,
right?
There is no foundation. We're kind of below the foundation,
right?
We're below the structure right now in this hole that we're in. But it works, right?
Yeah, it works.
And you know what? I just want to go. There's so much. You have so much to talk about, and we've only got 3 16-minute segments, right? And so I just want to honor that you're here, and I want you to start talking about.
But you got to introduce her first.
Oh, well, we have Annette. I was like, why? Why can't we just
we're already here.
It's Inner Diamonds. What do we need to say other than we've got the queen of Inner Diamonds in the house?
Whoop, whoop. I know. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the show. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
And actually, we are taping, so we're on live stream on all these different little platforms. Amazing. We're on AM 950, and actually, we're taping the same exact week it's airing. So everything we're talking about is juicy and very timely.
Awesome.
How's that?
Start 2024.
To start start 2024
It's on
blowing it
fire.
up with technology. But today is brought to you by Sharpie and spelling markers.
You're so funny.
You even have like a really cute little like book, and I'm a little kind of jealous actually.
You like this?
And then your handwriting is so nice and
Yes.
like okay.
But we are one of the three of us is very well organized. So we
Not
just need
it.
one. No.
I'm not usually.
She says, we sent you the questions, and I'm like, no, you didn't, because I studied. I studied, Annette, and I did not get any questions. So, and I know Camille is on it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
Hi Camille, hi Cindy.
yep, hi girls, thank you very much. But I was on your website yesterday. I read your article in The Edge, because I'm in The Edge. And so it's like, I feel like we already know each other. And so I just want to, say welcome.
Hi Annette.
Thank you.
welcome. And let's just dive in.
Okay.
Diamond Queen, Inner Diamond.
Inner
Let's
Diamond.
go.
You wanna
Let's
know
go.
What
about
is
the-
it?
What is it?
What is
Because
it?
I'm really curious. I was on your website last night, and I actually was in a house that you had doused in St. Paul. And about a year ago. So I was actually in there, saw the rod, saw the whole thing, and was amazed by it. Okay. And then last night I'm reading about your stuff and your family and all your adorable little dog. She's got a dog. Kelly and I are huge dog lovers.
I
and
love
so,
my dog.
right? So I did my homework. And so
We just did videos and her dog was a part of them.
they should be.
Just kind of sat there with us.
Yep.
It was just like, of course. I mean, like, of course I'm here.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I not be?
Right? It was beautiful.
I bet it was awesome. And so,
You're trying to ask a question, aren't you?
well, I'm just really curious. Because after all, it is
It
the
is
Being Curious show,
Being
right?
curious, yeah.
And I'm just really curious. Tell me, first of all, how'd you get started? What brought you to this? How did you get here? And then tell us about the Inner Diamond and tell us this phenomenal. You've got some
You have
free
11
things
minutes.
coming up. We got all kinds of stuff. So we're going to pace it out.
Okay.
At the very end, we'll let everybody know how they can connect to you. Right now, just tell us the story.
Okay.
How'd you get there?
So, that's a really fascinating story. I'm going to shorten it up. I went through a divorce in mid-90s, ended up at the Casey Riley School of Massage in Virginia Beach.
I know exactly where that is. I love the meditation booth up on the top.
Yes. Yes. It was awesome.
Yes.
So it was my experience of connecting with energy. And I'm learning how to massage, and I realized I could feel energy.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And I came back. I was in Fargo, North Dakota at the time, went out to Virginia Beach, finished the program, went back to Fargo, North Dakota, and created a really successful practice. My practice took off in like 6 months.
Why wouldn't it?
I'm like, of course it did.
Of course it did. That's why I just said, why wouldn't it?
Yeah. So
After Edgar, you're pretty much done.
Yeah,
You've got what you need. Yeah.
So that kind of opened my awareness to energy, to quantum energy, and I had an insatiable appetite for everything energy. Quantum physics, read books, read Greg Braden, read everything. Power versus Force, all the books I could get my hands on. I was like, my appetite was amazing. So in 2001, one of my clients came in, gave me a flyer, and it talked about a class that was coming up in Fargo, North Dakota. Somebody was coming in to teach what's called the Inner Diamond.
Yep.
I'm reading this flyer, and the only thing I wish I would have saved it, but the only thing I remember reading was this course this weekend will activate the 24 strands of your DNA. I'm going, yeah, I want that.
You're like, sign me up.
Yeah. Like how fast?
So I went to the course, the weekend course. At the end of the weekend, it's like, I've got to teach this. I've got to teach it. So the Inner Diamond program, there's 3 methods. I call them basic methods that are created by Marie Diamond. They're Inner Diamond, Diamond Dowsing, Diamond Feng Shui. Those are her 3 base courses. She's got a lot of other books and courses and programs since then, but those are her 3 mainstays. So became certified to teach the Inner Diamond. So the first thing that let's talk about the first weekend. So there's something called activations. So we learned, and this is what I teach, how to connect consciously with the quantum field. So we have the third dimensional world that we live in. We can consciously connect with the fourth dimensional field, fifth dimensional field. Though that's where the colors exist. That's where these light frequencies exist. And when I was activated with these frequencies the first weekend, I was feeling clanks and whistles and expansions in my energy field, my aura field, like, what is going on? I started having past life memories. I started, just things started opening up for me in a really big way. So what we're doing in the inner diamond is, again, consciously connecting in with the quantum field and accessing these powerful frequencies of light that we're bringing down into our own energy field to create uplifting energy, to create transformation, to release karma, patterns, programs, all of the baggage that we've carried into this lifetime. We get to release it. And these are powerful frequencies of light that help us do that. And it is an amazing program. So I became certified, went through the program, became certified in end of 2002, and have been teaching the inner diamond. And there's advanced levels of the inner diamond. So I teach all of the advanced levels. And I'm one of 2 of Marie's students that teach all of the advanced levels.
Nice.
The other one's in Europe. I'm the only one in the United States.
And we are blessed to have you right here in our studio and in our town and in our Edge magazine.
Gosh, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Right.
How cool is that?
Right. It's well, you last time you came in, you made the space so lovely, and we actually did it live. So she just came in, and I mean, it totally changed.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
How awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
And we were able to record it.
So these
How does it feel today? Back to normal?
Back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
A little hard to breathe in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs to be doused. But
How often does it? So you said that you were in a house that was doused about a year ago. How often does it need to be? Does it need oil changes? Does it need what is? Give us a little bit on that.
Yep. So once the house
say
is
that right.
doused, we use the physical cures to douse it, and it holds that intention of what we're dousing, and that stays. But the earth is shifting. The earth is changing. We had a earthquake in Japan
Right.
a couple of weeks
Right.
ago. That changes everything, right? The ley lines of the earth are moving. So once your house is doused, it pretty much stays that way unless there's a flood, an earthquake, something that changes. The earth is continually shifting and changing. So we need to uplift and shift our homes every once in a while.
Tune them up, I call it.
Tune them up.
Tune them
yeah.
up. Yep, we just need to tune them up. You know, it's always good to remember that it's a fluid. We live in
Yes.
our earth that we want to think is solid.
It's
is
not.
very not solid. It's very fluid.
Yeah.
And so because it's fluid, we need to be able to ebb and flow and
Yeah.
shift. Didn't we just talk about this in our last podcast?
Oh, you'll find that some of the shows I'll start flowing.
Right?
So how did the house feel?
Oh, the house felt amazing. And what was happening, sorry as I shake it, as we have our own earthquake in here. What was happening is she was trying to rent the house, and she was trying to, she wanted to find the perfect renter for it. It was an amazing house. It sits up on the west side of St. Paul, and it sits on this beautiful hill, and it just is all this awesome stuff happening for it. And the rods were left there. And so I said, who did your dowsing and who did your rods? And so that's how you came up.
Okay.
And so she was trying to find the perfect person and to welcome in the perfect person for her beautiful home. And it was amazing. And then my thing was I said, because when I come from something spiritual. I come from the angels. I then added to your dowsing, and I said, I would go around the house and I would thank it for every room for what it gave you for all these years. Thank it. And then tell it that you're looking for the next person to come on in that can have this joy, to continue the joy, to continue the love and the special energy that we have here. And so that was my suggestion. But it was just, I think that's the piece, is that we're always ebbing and we're always flowing. The earth is always ebbing, it's always flowing.
We're
And
not
I think,
static.
No.
That's-
It's being able to give that tune up and do that add on. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect. So talk about the inner diamond. So
Yeah.
You went trained. You're in Fargo. Who knew you're having this amazing? No, Fargo's a great place.
hey, I love Fargo.
This
I do
amazing,
well there.
life changing. Because I'm assuming this changed your life. Because you don't go from hey, I'm gonna study this. This kind of feels cool. I'm massaging people to right? Because that's how it feels like. It was this life changing experience for you.
It was. So,
Can we just go for 1 second? I want to point out to people, because you said a word in there that I just want to bring out, because I don't think people celebrate endings enough. And you had said, I got a divorce. Mm-hmm. And you went out to Virginia Beach and you studied massage. I, as a life coach, as working with souls, I always talk about, let's not talk about so many endings, but beginnings. Yes. And the jump and the leap. And I can only imagine you going from Fargo to Virginia Beach, because every time I go out to Virginia Beach just to sit on Edgar's property and just suck up. Have you been there?
No, I guess
Girl.
field trip.
it's
Oh my God,
amazing.
field trip. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes.
The first time I was there, I was like, I found me. I was in my 20s. I was like, I found me. I felt me. I felt me, let's put it that way. So I just want to say to people, look out of something that could have been bummer, you bloomed. Now go for the inner diamond.
Okay.
How?
Thank you for blooming. Thank you for blooming. Thank you for making that transition, because I mean I don't know anything about your divorce. I don't know anything about your I don't know, but it's that ending that people see. And it rocks their world. And it's like, okay, but this gives you the opportunity to also jump.
Right.
And to leap into something. And that ending brought you to a beautiful beginning. And look at the energy you brought into yourself. From the fifth dimensions, all the way down, the tuning.
Yeah.
Girl.
Well, you don't get to talk about the inner diamond yet, because we're wrapping up segment 1. Oh my God. I saw you just teeing that up, and I was just like, well, here we go on this, right? So we're having beautiful endings, but endings also mean beginnings, and doors closes are windows opened, or whatever analogy you want to use. And that's where we get to start our next segment. And you needed to do that so the diamond light, I get that you had to go through that so the diamond light could come in.
Oh,
I do
probably.
too.
I'm like,
I
oh
do too,
my
because there
God.
wasn't enough room.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough room before, and now there was room.
No space.
Being curious, we'll be right back.
I think that's important.
Exciting news! The Being Curious Show is undergoing a transformative shift, transitioning to a podcast-only format starting February 2024. Join us on all major podcast platforms at the Edge Network for interrupted access to enlightening and curious conversations. Don't miss a single episode as we delve into thought-provoking discussions. Embrace the transformative and stay tuned for an immersive auditory experience that sparks curiosity. Subscribe on your preferred podcast platform now. Be a part of the Being Curious Show here, there, and everywhere. Ever find yourself stuck, disconnected, or overwhelmed in life? Meet Wendy Benning Swanson, a beacon of transformation who emerged from her own healing journey to reconnect with her inner power. Now, she's on a mission to guide others on a path of rediscovery. Wendy's healing sessions clear mind clutter, ease anxiety, and bring joy, leading you back to your true nature. Ready to explore your inner power? Join Wendy for a complimentary 1-hour session. Curious? Schedule your free consultation at wendybenningswanson.as.me/ZOOM. Hello, beautiful ones. We're back. We've got DJ Brett, we got Cheryl, We got Annette. I mean, what else do you need? Grab a cup of coffee, tea, water, whatever, and join us for segments 2 and 3. So we ended one with explosions and endings and new beginnings and blossoming. How about that?
We did.
In that order, or maybe not.
It was fireworks.
It was fireworks.
Beautiful grand finale.
There we go. Okay. So you drop the weight. You have the floor.
You have it.
You drop the weight. You've got the inner diamond light flowing.
Okay.
And then what's next?
All right. So let's talk about what the inner diamond is.
Perfect.
So the first thing you learn is to understand who you are at a personality level. We all have a physical body, we have an etheric body, an emotional, a lower mental body, and that's considered our personality body. You also learn how to consciously, again, the consciously is the important piece here of people sometimes go into meditation and sometimes they connect, sometimes they don't. In this inner diamond method, you learn how to consciously connect with what's called your quantum point. Everyone has a ball of white light 3 feet above their head. And if you just close your eyes, go to 3 feet above your head,
Ooh. Sorry.
you have a ball of white light.
Kelly found yours.
You found yours, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
That's so
I can't
funny.
believe that was like recorded that I just said that.
It's there.
It's there.
Right. So that's your access point to the quantum field. And that connects you to the 4th dimensional field. It also helps balance your right left brain, which is powerful. We're all coming into balance. And it gives you access to 24 frequencies of light, quantum colors. So in those 24 frequencies of light, there are 12 masculine frequencies, 12 feminine frequencies that also bring you into balance. And every color has a quality. They're universal principles that remind you that you are those principles. You are those qualities as well. So over this lifetime, over past lifetimes, we've all been disconnected from these frequencies of light, and through the inner diamond you're activated with these, you're reconnected with these frequencies, and you learn how to embody them, how to integrate them into your life. So for instance, like let's talk about some of the colors. Peach and orange, joy and celebration. So peach, for joy, it's not happiness. It's just this frequency of joy that you hold that frequency of joy in your field. And
Can you attract this? Can you craft it? Am I jumping ahead?
No.
Okay.
So let's go to another
Ball of light, 3 feet above me.
You're already connected. So let's talk about the aqua and iris blue. So aqua and iris blue is clarity and focus. Aqua helps you release attachments, illusions. So when I first started the inner diamond, I was playing with these colors. So I'm in, now since then, since Fargo, I've moved to Jamestown. I was with my current husband. And I'm sitting for 3 weeks integrating, so you can connect to your quantum point, call in that color, and I'm integrating this color aqua for 3 weeks. So we talk about the law of attraction, right? So I'm doing that for 3 weeks. I really wanted to release a lot of attachments, illusions I had at the time. So after 3 weeks, I'm going to the grocery store one day, and I walk in at the local grocery store. It's summer, and all that pops out at me is aqua. Aqua shirts, aqua shoes, aqua hats, aqua. Everything is aqua. And it's like, I was so taken aback, how did I miss all this aqua?
In a grocery store.
In a grocery store.
Right.
Right. So it changes your law of attraction. So you bring in these frequencies of joy And then you start attracting more joy in your life.
Amen.
You start bringing in a frequency of emerald green for healing. You start attracting people that can help you heal. It opens your field, and it changes your law of attraction. It is so profound. I have played with this for years, over 20 years now, but I still continue to bring in the color. You can wear the color with intention. That attracts it in for you as well. It's fun working with color. So before I started the inner diamond, I have to share this piece too. So you open my closet. It was black, white, and red. Those are my three colors. Maybe a little blue jeans and stuff. But I started going shopping after I did the inner diamond, and I'm looking for clothes. I'm going, oh, peach. I need peach. I need yellow. I need aqua, and I need more blue. I love the color blue, so blue is kind of my color right now. But you can wear these colors with the intention of, again, attracting it, okay? So along with changing your DNA, it awakens your DNA. So as I continued to do the inner diamond, I started having clairvoyant dreams. I started having just awarenesses in my meditations that would pop up. And when you bring in more light, you get to see some patterns, some programs that you kind of fell into or created. So I want to share this with you too. So one day, this was about 2 years after I started working with the light and the colors, and again, the aqua for clarity, focus. One day I had this awareness. So this was back in early 2000s. And one of the things I realized is that I was a chameleon. I would change my personality depending on who I was with. And the awareness came in after a meditation was, who would I be if all of the people I knew were in one room? Right? Who would I be?
Oh, I got goosebumps.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what was the
That's
answer?
my question.
So I knew I had to become my authentic self.
Yes.
Who are we at the core? Who are we at the core being of ourselves?
When we sit with ourselves, who are we?
Exactly.
And why do we cheat the world from knowing that person?
Yes, exactly.
Ding, ding, ding.
And
Right?
that was huge for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, I need to be my authentic self.
Right.
Whoever I'm with, who
Right.
am I?
Right.
Right? And that's what these frequencies help me to do.
What a gift.
I know.
What a gift.
And then I started teaching after that. I really started stepping into my soul purpose.
Yes.
What I was here to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave everything I've done over the years, gave me so much joy, so much wisdom, so much expansion.
It doesn't even feel like there's earth words, Annette, to
No, you're right.
I saw you
There's not.
stumble, and I just want to say to people that many times spiritual beings, anybody who studies enlightenment, anybody who works on raising their vibration, anything, I always say there's no earth word for that.
Yeah.
And I actually feel like the words you're using are like,
Yeah.
not enough, not enough, not enough. But I can
You get
feel it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? I mean, I just feel it. And I think that's the beauty here. The beauty here is you're going to feel it on a level, and there's words coming that we don't even have here on this
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah.
When I start channeling, I see
Oh.
colors, and I'm starting to see colors. Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
With Diesel, I've been bringing in the emerald gray or the emerald light, and I didn't know it was for healing. I was just seeing it. So when you're saying that, I was like, it was that and the violet light. That's what I've been
the
bringing.
violet,
Like,
yeah.
right? So Yeah, you feel. I'm like dialing in with it. I'm like, English is so limiting sometimes, like, or a lot of times, right?
All the time.
All the So how does? Okay, so we're creating beautiful curiosities here.
Yeah.
Ooh, see, Brett, I went way too far from the mic. We're creating beautiful curiosities here. You have a call on January 24th, correct?
I do.
Okay, because I think there's people curious, like how do people get started? And I know you create this beautiful space for people just to join and ask questions.
Yes. So I have a free intro to the Inner Diamond for anyone interested in learning more.
We just sit quietly and just telepathically tell everybody. That would be awesome radio.
That would be.
And we're done.
That's it. So it's just a half an hour, but there's so many questions about the Inner Diamond, and it gives you a chance to hear more. So one thing before we end here, this segment, along with connecting with your quantum point, that's 3 feet above you, there's another level, it's called your golden light, 6 feet above your head.
Right.
It's your inner knowing, it's your connection with the fifth dimensional field, and there's something called higher levels of awareness. So between your quantum point and your golden light, there's 2 other levels, and again, you're consciously learning how to connect with your inner wisdom, your inner sight. You're aligning with your soul vibration. And you're opening up, I call them channels, where we are all channelers of our own inner light. We become channelers of universal energies. There's so much beyond in the quantum field. And we begin connecting and receiving insights, support from beings outside of our own field. And it's profound. My experience over the last 20 years, I sometimes think back if I had stayed and what I would have missed out.
Amen.
And I would not have been able to step into my soul purpose.
Oh.
So, just grateful.
Yes.
Grateful.
Do you have a favorite story of someone that maybe you've worked with that curiously just found you, took an intro call, said hello, and they just started to work with you and watching them transform? I saw the bubble over your head, so I thought I would invite it. And I knew we had 3 minutes left, so I was like, here we go.
Awesome.
So somebody ended up coming into, it was physical before COVID. It was a physical class, intro class. And somebody came. I just love her. So she came to the intro class, and I always do activations. It's called the Tubes of Light meditation. It's on my website. It's a download that you can go to. And it works with the royal blue, the rose, the violet, the gold. So I activated those for her. And all of a sudden, she went back home, and things kind of like the light came in, and things started like shifting and moving. And it's like, what is going on? She went into the state of fear right away. Like, oh my gosh, my settled life is not settled anymore.
No.
Right?
No.
And so she called me, I remember the phone call, and it's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so afraid. And so all this, I think she started having dreams of past lives, and all this stuff started coming in. And then I talked her through it. I kind of talked her down from the ledge a couple times. And she finally took the Inner Diamond class, got activated. And I now lead what's called ascension circles, helping people connect with the ascension energy on this planet. And she is now part of one of those circles. And she has just opened up, expanded.
Don't you find with this particular person, and they live in what I call an illusion? their perfect world or the world as they perceive it is an optical illusion.
Yes.
And I say to people, I'm a huge Disney. I studied Disney. There's just something about Disney that fascinates me. And one of the things when I was studying Disney, I remember I was looking at an optical illusion. They had an optical illusion. It looked like New York City. I mean, it looked like New York City. But it literally was this thick. And behind it was nothing. Right? Because it was just a screen set. It was a set.
Yeah.
And I think so many people live life in that optical illusion.
Yeah.
It's like, folks, if you just rip that a little bit and let in a little sunshine, miracles, magic begins to happen.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to her. That is phenomenal.
I know. That,
Awesome story. Awesome story.
is that cool?
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Okay, you guys. Yes, we just wrapped up segment 2 with Disney magic and a little bit of this and that here, there, and everywhere. Maybe if she was at Disney World, she would have been like okay with the grounding and the fear and stuff. But she had to do it in real time in real world.
Was she in Fargo?
No.
Oh.
Be Curious Show. I'm Kelly. This is Cheryl. This is Annette. And we'll be right back. Wondering if you're aligned with your purpose, career, and relationships? Is a transition puzzling you? Astrologer Kathy Gannett can help you find answers to these questions and more. With a master's in clinical psychology and deep spiritual insight, Kathy will help you connect with your true self. Text or call Kathy at 612-381-7640 to schedule a reading today. And for astrology updates, follow Kathy on Instagram at ASTRO.GNAT. Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Rugolo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRugolo.com to schedule your free dowsing consultation. When you transform the energy of your environment, you transform your life. Remember, that's AnnetteRugolo.com. AnnetteRugolo.com. So what is the difference between fourth and fifth and like all the different numbers of all the different frequencies for those that might be like, what is she talking about?
Yep. So third dimension is our physical world. Okay. When you connect with the quantum point, your quantum point, you're connected with the fourth dimensional field. In the Inner Diamond program, it helps you consciously connect with the golden light, the fifth dimensional field. But in order to connect with fifth dimensional frequencies, you have to be in the fourth dimension. You cannot connect with fifth dimensional frequencies in the third dimension. Does that make sense?
It does. I just want to. I just want to.
But, and so...
Is it kind of like a step?
It's a step.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be in the fourth dimension to connect with fifth dimension. Okay?
Okay.
I can go lots of stories around that, but I want to talk about, so connecting with these fifth dimensional frequencies, these are powerful frequencies that will shift any old patterns, programs, karma, anything, I call it baggage. So in this lifetime, we've all come in with energies, baggage, programs, patterns from past lives. So I work with a lot of clients that, let's use an example. So sometimes we attract a parent that we have karma with. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I attracted a mother in this lifetime that basically betrayed me in a past life. So I had this level of not trusting her my whole life. When I started working with Marie Diamond, I was actually her vice president for 5 years. I moved out to California, was with her for 5 years. Well, she lived in the United States for 10 years before she moved back to Europe. She's now back in the United States. Anyway, so I was doing some work with her, and there was a lot of stuff coming up with my mother. And it's like, okay, I know there's karma there. So it turns out in a past life, I was a druid. She was a wife of a Roman soldier, and she betrayed me. That it was a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm losing my words.
I see the images over your head.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's there. There's a lot of torture, a lot of killing of druids, a lot of shutting down of that energy in England. And in that session, I had to forgive my mother for betraying me. And after I did that, it's like that energy that I was carrying totally released. And I also had to see in that lifetime from another perspective, a soul perspective, that she betrayed me because her children were threatened, the lives of her children were threatened. So instead of her children dying, she betrayed me. So seeing it from another perspective, I was able to forgive her, right?
Right.
And I felt that this energy of betrayal was just, it dissolved in that session. And that's the piece that we all came in here.
And did your relationship with your mom shift like instantly?
Totally.
Right?
Totally.
That's beautiful.
It was, and this didn't happen until I was in my 50s.
Right.
So I carried that this whole time. The rest of her life, it was a sweet, beautiful relationship. It was so lovely. So I'm glad I had that opportunity to clear that. But we all come in, and I know it's hard to imagine, but on a soul level, we have chosen our family. We've chosen where we live, all of the souls that we connect in with our lifetime. And our opportunity is to release that karma with the people that we have karma with.
Exactly.
So we have this opportunity, and the more we do that, the freer we get to be. And one of the things I've seen is I clear karma for myself, and it clears karma for both of us.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It clears that energy from the field. Yes.
It just like came to me. I was like, oh, wait a sec. We just did a magazine on this whole,
Yeah.
and it's different stroke, like different delivery, different mantra, different, but it's so true of this
It's
starts with us.
forgiveness.
It's forgiveness.
Yes.
And it starts here, and it just has that beautiful ripple effect.
And if we hold anger, it's not hurting the other person.
Oh, I know, but sometimes it's fun to hold anger.
I know.
But you got to let it go.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's all about raising our vibration. So all of that karma, all of those programs, patterns that were created in the past, they bring our vibration down. And as we're clearing them, it raises our vibration so we can reach, we have an opportunity in this lifetime to reach enlightenment, ascension, and we talk about that in the Inner Diamond program as well, of, okay, what does that look like? And it's about freeing ourselves from all the baggage. So I'm just getting a picture of, I just watched Scrooge over Christmas. I watch one of the versions every Christmas. And Marley, that shows up, his friend, the chains, the baggage, that's the baggage. And we don't realize it doesn't feel or physically that heavy, but energetically it can be that heavy.
Oh, when I do readings with people, and we'll connect, I'll say, put your hands in my hand, and we connect. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, what are you carrying?
Yes.
We need to drop that backpack. And they're like, oh, my neck and shoulders are killing me. And I said, that's because you've got this gigantic, enormous backpack full of junk.
That's not yours.
That's not yours. Amen, sister. Amen. And I help them wiggle that off. And then I say to them, now remember, when you get up, don't take that with you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I will let it go. I will bring it the energy, take it outside, and give it to Mother Earth, and she will repurpose it. Yeah. But do not take it with you. But so many people feel, for some reason, they need to carry it.
Because it's familiar.
Well,
I was talking about this with Steve yesterday.
It is.
Hello, Steve. We're back.
Steve, you have been with us all day. You should just be here.
So it's some of it's guilt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we carry guilt from things that we've done in the past life. Blame. Mm-hmm. You know, when I connect with people, I always feel the energy of where it's stuck in their chakras. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what creates that? Mm-hmm. And we don't always have to go into all the details of past lives.
No.
But it's the energy of blame or guilt or anger or fear, whatever it is, we don't have to carry that.
No. And I always say, all we got to do is touch it and let it go. Yeah. We don't got to wallow in it. We don't got to take a bath. We don't got to have this breakdown. We just got to touch it.
Yeah.
Recognize it and let it go.
And sometimes when I'm talking with my clients, just talking about it, it starts shifting it. It shifts, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I would say everybody can start working with, the violet light. It's called the violet flame. Mm-hmm. The violet frequency is the frequency of forgiveness. Mm-hmm. So even to start working with the violet frequency starts releasing. And the other thing I like to do, in the tubes of light, we're bringing the violet light up from the earth, the heart of Mother Earth, and you can direct that violet light and pay attention in your body, because your body is telling you where there's any pain or discomfort. That's where the karma sits. Mm-hmm. And you can direct that violet light into those areas. Mm-hmm. So it's about directing these frequencies as well.
Right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. I want to take all the classes now. I want let's go.
We have another interview though, so we have to wait for.
No, I want to go. You've got it.
I'll run solo. You can run off with Annette. I'll catch up later. But what a gift. What a gift to give people the ability to release this stuff. Yeah. You know, and you said violet, and one of the things I use a lot is lavender.
Oh, yeah.
And I use lavender a lot around forgiveness. You know, people use it for relaxation. I like to think of it as it's a forgiveness. It's one of those things with Ho'oponopono. When I do Ho'oponopono, I always spray lavender before I've started. It's just been it was just one of those things I picked up years ago. Don't know why.
Now you
they
know.
Connected, and now I know. And then when you said that, I'm like, ding, 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 right? But what a beautiful gift to give people that somewhere to let's get rid of this.
Yeah.
Let's not carry it.
Yeah.
Let's not burden ourselves. And let's live in a life of enlightenment. Let's live in a life that's full of light. You know, I always say when we have so much junk around us, same with people's houses. You know, you go into someone's house and you see their stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like that stuff all holds energy. And as long as it's holding energy, other things can't get to you. Right. And so that's this piece, is letting go and allowing there to be an openness for the new to get to you.
And again,
Beautiful.
It changes your law of attraction, because if you're carrying anger, you're going to keep attracting angry people or angry situations. Mm-hmm. And it's not that it's punishing you, but it's helping you remind yourself that you're carrying that frequency.
Yeah.
So it's a different way of looking at it.
Right.
It's like watching the Hoarders shows.
Oh, I can't even watch them. They make me shake. Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't. They have the formula to the show, and I wish they would just jump straight into what happened.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can see the person, and you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And they feel. You can just tell a lot of them feel so naked and so vulnerable at the end. Even when everyone's like, oh, your house is so clean, you can just tell because they haven't unpacked it yet. Yeah. And that is that safety and that security. I don't know why the Hoarders show just comes up. But it's and
on
that
a physical level, that's what's happening when energetically.
Exactly.
Like you said.
People hold it. People hold. They're hoarders of that energy. And I'm a huge believer, and I teach the law of attraction, and I speak of the law of attraction, and I really work hard. It's like a muscle, and we're very careful about what energies I have in my thoughts, what energies I'm speaking, what energies I'm presenting, because I know you've got to walk into them.
Yeah.
That's what I always say to people. You're throwing it out, and guess what? You're walking in. So choose wisely. And, so I always like to say, take something and make it, what are the lessons? What are the fun? Where can we get out of this? And make it lighter. Make it go. That's awesome.
Okay, so we have the intro call on January 24th.
Yes.
And then
Two
class,
times on January 24th. So if you're busy at noon, 7 p.m.
Come out at 7 Central Time. And then class, so tell us about the class. The class is launching in February.
Yes. It's a 6-week, launching February 22nd. It's an hour and a half, 90-minute class for 6 weeks. And each class you receive, it builds, every week builds on the other. So during the 4 weeks, the last 4 weeks, you're going to be activated with all 24 aspects of the inner diamond.
Nice.
And you'll learn about how to use them, how to radiate them, how to use them for transformation. You'll get a lot of really powerful tools. And you'll learn how to clear your etheric body. So your etheric body is your light body. So there's some cleansing tools that you'll have for your etheric field, how to quiet, balance your emotional body, mental body. But the most powerful thing is the activations. And so it's called the inner diamond. I want to touch on that really quickly. Think of your heart chakra. It's the inner diamond, your own inner diamond. And I think of a 24-faceted diamond, and some of them have been clouded over or disconnected. So as you're being activated with these 24 frequencies, it helps you remember that you have that aspect. You have inner wisdom. You have compassion. You have healing. You have all of these gifts inside of you, and this class helps you remember. And when you start being activated with the colors, these light frequencies, it helps you remember. So you're going to learn how to integrate, embody these frequencies, and it changes your law of attraction.
Love it.
Yes. Okay. More information on your website. Spell it out.
Annette Rugolo, RUGOLO.com.
Beautiful. Okay, you guys. January 24th at noon or 7. Classes start in February. Be curious. Reach out. Thank you so much for being on today. This is just amazing. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
And Miss Cheryl?
Why would anybody not do it?
Tools in your toolbox.
Tools in your toolbox, guys. You can't take the crap out and put some new in. It's 2024. We're starting all over. Add some new tools to your toolbox. And if you can get rid of what's hanging on your shoulders and hanging in your energy field that's holding you back, why not do it? It's an investment in you. And
Annette is going to be speaking at our March 2nd event. So just be curious there too. Rock on.
I'm doing the same.
There we go, you guys. It's all good.
Girls are in the house. Girls are in the house.
Be curious. I'm Kelly. This is Cheryl and Annette. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Thank you.